Shalom. Before I start, I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Waha, Waka Kodash, Yahweh, which is the one true name of the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, but his one only true name is Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, meaning coming in the name, Ba means coming in, Ha means the, Shah means name, Rakah means spirit, Kodash meaning holy. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect, and shalom to you sincere brothers that are scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you sincere sisters that's listening in silence as the scriptures command you to do so. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah. Double honors to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles and bishops of Great Millstone who will well and teach well, because those are the men who I learned this truth from through the Spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And pretty much this lesson is going to be titled as Trials and Tribulations Will Increase Among the Brethren. Trials and tribulations will increase among the brethren. And all of us individually are going through a lot of different things in this truth. And whatever it is that you are experiencing in this truth, or you may be experiencing in general, it is the trying of your faith. And the Lord, He has a particular trial or tribulation that He's going to put you through. Okay? And at times, it can be, overwhelming. It can be stressful. It can be, vexing, make you angry, those things in those nature. But the Lord has to try you as a man of the Lord. Okay? Because when you come into this truth, it's very pleasing to your spirit. You're happy, you're very pleased, to hear this good news, this gospel. But it's going to come with a lot of trials, a lot of, how could I put it? A lot of trials, a lot of pain. Being scourged is not a good feeling. It's not a good feeling. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. But you have to, continually have the faith and ask the Lord to continually push you through. Okay, continually push you through, continually keep you enduring to the end of this thing. Okay, because at the end of all of this, the Lord is coming back for His elect. So you, as an Israelite man, you have to go through the fiery furnaces of adversities, because the Lord is going to try you in this truth. You proclaim to be this man of the Lord. So the Lord is like, okay, now I'm gonna test the fuel with the fire and see if you can be able to bear through these trials. If you can get through these trials, if you can push through. And we're all going to be tried in this truth individually. Don't matter who you are or how long you've been in the truth. Okay, it's going to come, but you have to bear that cross, right? As the scriptures say, you have to receive that bruising. Okay, you have to take that bruising. Yahweh Shai did. Okay, so you gotta take that same bruising. Okay, you're coming in the stead of Yahweh Shai. You're coming in the stead of Yahweh Shai, so you're gonna have to go through that bruising. And I myself am included in that. So Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. This is James 1 and 2. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. Now let's see what we can get into the inner liner of that word diverse there. Okay. It goes into G4164, which is por kilos, right? Which is a various color, right? Vegetated or various sorts. Various sorts, okay? Many things, many obstacles, right? Various. That's many different things. It says, my brethren, count it all joy when ye fall into diverse temptations. It says, knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience. So your faith is what worketh patience. So you have to endure through your trials and tribulations individually as a man of the Lord. Okay. And it's not easy. Okay. You're going to deal with a lot of mental attacks, a lot of things that you just experiencing physically, mentally, spiritually. Okay, you're gonna go through a lot of different things in this truth, and it's not easy. It's not easy. It's a very hard struggle, but you have to continually pull through it. Okay, and just know that you're not the only brother that's experiencing these things. Okay, it's gonna be there's other brothers out there that's experiencing similar things to you. All right, and this is James 1 and 4. It says, James 1 and 4, it says, but let patience have her perfect work, right? And that ye may be perfect and entire, wanting nothing. And notice it says your faith worketh patience. Okay, when you go into the meaning of that word patience there, into the inner liner, okay, it goes into G5281, which is upamane, which means steadfast and consistency. And that's one of the challenging situations to be in when in this truth, is to be consistent even though you're being tested and you're being tried. Okay, it hurts when you're scourged. It hurts when you're put into temptation. It's how could I say, it's very vexing. Okay, it's very vexing. This is verse 5. It says, if any of you lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, that giveth to all men liberally, and upbraideth not, and it shall be given him. That's why we cast our cares upon the Lord, as an example, right? We cast our cares upon the Lord, because when we're going through these afflictions, these burdens and mental attacks, etc., brothers going through different things. 1 Peter 5 and 7, it says, casting all your care upon him. Cast all your care upon him, for he cared for you. So you cast all your worries, all your stress, all your anguish, okay? Whatever is making you mad, upset, sad, give it to the Lord Yahweh Bashim Ashai. Okay? Just give it to the Lord. What else can you possibly do if you just hold on to these things when you're dealing with temptation? It's gonna have you in a state of wanting to commit suicide. It can have you in a state of, being carnal. And the scriptures tell us to what? Be spiritual. So we have to give our cares upon the Lord, and that's easier said than done. Anybody can say in a video, give it to the Lord, or you have to endure. But it's easier said than done, but that's what we have to do. That's all we can do. There's nothing else that we would be able to do if we don't give it to the Lord. But what? Do some carnal stuff. And that's what you want to avoid. So you cast all your cares upon the Lord. Verse 8, it says, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary the devil is as a warring lion, walketh about, seeking whom he may devour. And one quote that a brother said a while back, some time back, it always hits me even now. He says, when Satan loves to try you most is when you're by yourself. And that's true. You're going to be tried in this truth, and you Want to continually fast. If you're a brother that is experiencing any type of mental attack, whatever mental attack it is, fast. ASAP. Pray. Fast. Ask the Lord to rebuke those wicked spirits. Those are demons. It says, verse 9, whom resisteth steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same afflictions are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world. So you're not the only one that's going through whatever type of sufferings that you are experiencing in this flesh as an Israelite man or Israelite woman. We are all going through similarities. But you as a particular individual, the Lord has you in your lot of your own trial and tribulation that you individually have to endure through. Okay? Yes, you can talk to brothers to uplift you through the spirit, but you have to fight. This is a spiritual battle. That's why the scriptures say put on the whole armor, right? So you got to have the armor of faith to get you through. Otherwise than that, you're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. So you want to keep that in mind. Okay, this is just a test. This is just a trial, right? Hebrews 12:4, it says, ye, it says,
He wants to find my Xbox.
Salakia. Continuing, Hebrews 12:4, it says, ye have not resisted one blood, striving against sin. It says, and ye have forgotten the exhortation which speaketh unto you as unto children. It says, my son, despise not thou the chastising of the Lord, nor faint when thou art rebuked to him. So the Lord is going to put you through a lower state. He's going to put you through different things. He's going to put you through different trials and tribulations. Okay, he's going to put you through different things. Okay? It says, my son, despise not the chastising of the Lord when thou art rebuked of him. Okay? So when you going through your trials and tribulations, you have to look at it as a thing of testing. And you're being tested. A lot of us fail that test. That's why the scriptures say a just man falleth 7 times. Right? But you still have to get back up, and you still have to endure. Okay? A lot of us is receiving KOs in this truth. But we gotta get back up from that KO. And we gotta continually teach. Some brothers is falling, some brothers is getting KO'd, but you gotta lift yourself up and keep pushing. Verse 6, for whom the Lord loveth, he chastiseth. So you're gonna receive chastising of the Lord. We all are. It says, and scourgeth every son who we receive. And that scourging is not pleasing, man. It hurts. It really does. Okay, this is G3146, and it says to scourge, right? Literally figures here. Let's see if we can get a definition. Okay.
Scourge.
Scourge, a whip used as an instrument of punishment, a person or thing that causes great trouble or suffering. So being scourged, it's not good. It's not nice. It hurts. Okay, it's not a good feeling. It's a hurtful feeling. The Lord is gonna scourge you. He's gonna chastise you, but it's to build you up, to make you stronger. Verse 7, it says, if ye endure chastising, the Most High deals with you as with sons. For what son is he whom the Father chastised not? Right, because you're gonna go through your own trial of chastisement of the Lord. As a particular individual in this truth, yes, you're going to go through your own chastisement of the Lord, or it's a scourge of the Lord. But you can't look at it as a thing of the Lord ain't dealing with you, or you look at it as, a thing where, the Lord hates you. He don't. He loves you, but he wants to make you stronger. Okay? He wants to make you stronger. He wants to make you stronger. It says, for what son is he whom the Father chastised not? But if ye be without chastisement, whereof all are partakers, then ye are bastards and not sons. See, ye are bastards and are not sons. Meaning, if the Lord ain't dealing with you, You're not experiencing any chastisement whatsoever in this truth, in this mortal flesh. As an Israelite man, you have not received any type of chastisement. You haven't went through nothing. You haven't experienced nothing since you've been in the truth. Everything has just been sunny sunshines and rainbows and beautiful strawberry shortcakes. Then you should be worried as an individual, a particular individual. And I'm speaking to myself first and foremost. If you're not going through any type of chastisement whatsoever, the Lord, he may not. He may or he may not be dealing with you. You know, because I don't like saying the Lord ain't dealing with you because, you know, if you're not going through nothing, the Lord just probably ain't have a certain time when he's going to do it, you know. So if you are an individual that haven't been experiencing nothing, well, you might experience it soon. And, you know, the thing is, you got to be prepared when it comes. You know, it's easier said than done. It's easy to say it in this video. Verse 8, but if ye be without chastisement whereof all are partakers, right, then are ye bastards and not sons. Verse 9, furthermore, what shall, it says, furthermore, we have had fathers of our flesh which corrected us, and we gave them reverence. Shall we not rather be in subjection unto the Father spirits and not and live? Right. So we had our earthly fathers that corrected us. If you had your forefather, or have your father, I mean your actual biological father on the earth chastise you, or was you raised by your father? So like I keep saying forefather, but your actual father. If you've been raised by your actual father, you understand the chastisement that he put you through, but it was to pretty much keep you in the right manner in this flesh as a man or a woman. Or you may have not been raised by your father. Maybe you've been just raised by your mom and your or your grandparents. I mean, your grandparents. Or you've been raised by your uncle or whoever raised you. You went through some type of chastisement of that person, of that relative. Okay, so the Lord is he's gonna put you through these different situations, but it's pretty much to make you, to help you to become stronger. Okay, it pretty much helps you to become stronger. Okay, and I'm gonna get that precept out real quick because I got a precept that I want to get out really quick. This is Sirach 5 and I'll say verse 1. This is Sirach 5 and 1. Sirach 5 and 1. Set not thy heart upon thy goods, and say not, I have. Sirach 5. Salakia 5 and 1. Oh, 2 and 1. I'm tripping. Salakia. I knew I was tripping. Salakia. I thought I was in 5 and 1. Sirach 2 and 1. Salakia. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Okay. And when you go into prepare, it says make something ready for use or consideration. Make someone ready or able to do or deal with something. So you have to be prepared when it comes. Okay, it's easier said than done. It isn't going to be simple. Okay, and temptation, it just comes. It's not something that you're going to expect to come. It's just going to come. Okay, and they're going to increase. For the longer you get in this truth, the more your afflictions, your chastisement that the Lord going to put upon you is going to increase. Satan is going to mess with you even more. Demons going to mess with you. You know, and that's where the process of fasting comes in at. Lots of prayer, lots of fasting, lot of rebuking through the Spirit, right? Sirach 2 and 2, it says, set thy heart, meaning mind, upright, and constantly endure, and make not haste in the time of trouble. So you are to constantly endure. Okay, constantly endure. You know, seek the Lord, constantly endure. It says, make not haste in the time of trouble. And that's the thing there. That's where the testing of the chastisement come in. Because a lot of us individually make a lot of rashful decisions. Or you may be a brother that hasn't made a rashful decision, but you want to keep from making a rashful decision. Because it can make your situation worse. It can make it worse. Sirach 2 and 3, it says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end. So cast your cares upon the Lord. Okay, going back to that 1 Peter 5:7, right? Cast all your cares upon the Lord, for he cared for you. Sirach 2:4, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. So to any individual in this truth, whatever is brought upon you, take cheerfully. That statement is easier said than done. It is easier said than done. Okay? Because when you being scourged, it is not a good feeling. It is not a good feeling. And to be able to just take it cheerfully, like, oh yeah, it's not a good feeling. It's easier said than done. But that's where a lot of faith, a lot of patience, a lot of humility, a lot of prayer, a lot of repenting comes in. Okay, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully, and be patient when thou art changed to a low estate. And that low estate can be anything. It could be in physically, right? It could be physically, finances, whatever it is, your job, etc., your woman, or it could be spiritually. Demons messing with you, or mentally, you having suicidal thoughts, you having depression thoughts, you having anxiety and panic attack thoughts. These are all spirits, demons messing with you, but you got to rebuke them. That's why the scriptures say, and let me get that out real quick, because I don't want to forget that precept. Second Esdras 14:14. This is second Esdras 14:14. Let go from the mortal thoughts. Okay, and that word mortal, it means what? Of a living human being, often in contrast to a divine being subject to death. Right? That word mortal means death. It says causing or liable to cause death, fatal, deadly. A human being subjected to death often contrasts with a divine being. Right? So that word mortal means death. So you want to let go from you death thoughts, suicidal thoughts, depression, giving up, anxieties, scaring yourself. Oh, I'm gonna die. You just start tripping out and you start blacking out, things like that. Those are mortal thoughts, death thoughts. Rebuke them. Rebuke those spirits. Okay, cast away the burdens of man and put off now the weak nature. And that's the weak nature there, those mortal thoughts. Verse 15, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy onto thee. There's so many thoughts that we deal with on our daily basis of our lives that messes with this flesh and messes with us mentally, spiritually, and physically. It's so much thoughts that we go through. We have so many damn thoughts. Our brain is able to recuperate all these different thoughts daily, especially the negative. There's more negativity in this society than it is positivity. That's what makes this whole thing of you individually on your walk a challenge. Because there's more negativity, a more negative vibration, a wicked vibration that's more brought upon the earth than it is spiritually. So that's where your battle comes in with you as an Israelite man and woman individually, because you can be corrupted easily in this world because it's built off wickedness. That's why you have to apply the scriptures to your spiritual walks to keep you enduring, to keep you pushing through. Because otherwise than that, you'll fall out. You'll be bugged out. That's why you gotta go on a fast. You gotta consistently, the fight, the good fight until the end. Right? Second Esdras 14:15, it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy onto thee, and haste thee to flee from these times. See, so you don't want to let these things get in the way of you continually your course. You have a course that the Lord has for you individually that you have to continue in. Okay? Let's get back to that Sirach real quick, and I'll wrap it up with this. This is Sirach 2, and I'll say verse 5. Sirach 2:5, for gold is tried in a fire, and acceptable men in the furnace of adversity. So you got to go into that fire. You got to go into the fiery furnace of adversities. Yahushua went through all the torments and afflictions on this earth that he had to deal with in the flesh, and he had to bear every single Israelite sins on that cross. So imagine being tormented in the flesh, like how we being tormented right now, plus bearing all the Israelite sins on the cross, being that sacrificial lamb. No Jake in the truth would be able to handle that, would be able to do that. Yahushua had that bruising, and he went through that affliction of that bruising, and it was pleasing to the Lord. So it's going to be the same thing for us individually in the truth. We are receiving bruisings, but it's pleasing to the Lord because what? We are steadfast in the faith. Steadfast in the faith, right? The scripture said that. I think it's 1 Peter 5 and 9, I believe. If I'm wrong, brothers, correct me, but I think it's 1 Peter 5 and 9. Steadfast in the faith. That's all we have to make it in this truth. So, hey, man, I just want to do a quick hit on that. Lord willing, this lesson's edifying. I want to give all honors and glories and praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Wahab, Kodash. Peace, blessings, salutations to the hopeful elect. And shalom to you sincere brothers that are scattered abroad, pushing forth this word in truth and sincerity. And shalom to you sincere sisters that's listening to signs that scriptures command you to do so. I am the brother Mashiach Arazakah. And Lord willing, this lesson is edifying. I had to do this lesson. It's been heavy on my spirit, and hopefully it can motivate some brother that's out there, whatever you are experiencing. It's going to be okay. But you got to stay on that course and stay pushing and continually battle against these flesh, because they have us go off. They have us go off, man. Right? Our righteousness is filthy rags. But you got to continually push, and that's a battle that all of us is experiencing. I myself am included. So Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. On to the next one. Shalom.